Is The Strangers, Chapter 1 based on a true story? Remakes and reboots of classic horror franchises are all the rage these days. In recent months, we have had fresh reimaginings of The Exorcist, The Omen, and The Evil Dead, and now The Strangers has been given a remake courtesy of director Renny Harlin. The Strangers is a 2008 film directed by Brian Bertino. It stars Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler as two people whose stay at an isolated vacation home is interrupted by three masked intruders. The film is taut and scary and well worth a watch, especially if you're a fan of funny games, high tension, and other such home invasion movies. A belated sequel, The Strangers, Prey at Night, followed in 2018. This one tells the story of a family of four who are stalked by masked psychopaths at a secluded mobile home park. The movie isn't bad, but it's arguably not as good as the scarier original. The Strangers, Chapter 1 follows a similar plotline to the 2008 film. It stars Madelaine Petsch and Froy Gutierrez as a young couple who are forced to spend the night in a remote cabin when their car breaks down. During the night, they are terrorized by three masked strangers who make their lives a living hell. Some horror movies are works of fiction. But what about The Strangers, Chapter 1? Is it based on a true story? You'll have an extra incentive to make sure your doors are locked when we tell you the answer. Is The Strangers, Chapter 1 based on a true story? The Strangers, Chapter 1 isn't based on real-life events. By which we mean, the characters in the film aren't based on real people. The same applies to the 2008 original. But the 2008 movie, of which Harlin's movie is a remake, was inspired by real-life tales of terror. For starters, there was an event from director Brian Bertino's past that inspired him to make The Strangers. Speaking to Den of Geek in 2023, he said, "I lived in a house that was similar to the one in the film. Very remote, in between towns, and surrounded by fields. We were the latchkey generation of parents being out and kids left alone. One night when I was 8, my 11-year-old sister and I heard a knock on the door. She answered, and these people asked if our parents were home. She lied and said, 'Oh,